It's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis? The hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to DeA7hW1Sh Studios. Today we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison of 3D versus non-3D of Deus-ex Human Revolution. Now on the left-hand side we can see that we're running 3D, right-hand side we're running non-3D. Graphics are 1920 by 1080, full-blown graphics, full anti-aliasing, tessellation is on, DirectX 11 is on. Now right here we're starting to see the age of the 40 GTXs. Now let me tell you, 3D Deus-ex does not run very well. There's a huge glitch in the system. For example, it shows that when I'm playing it in 3D, the left eye, I only see black. It's basically blacked out. The only thing I see is characters running around, and the right eye I see everything. So you could just pretty much close your eyes and play with one eye. That's pretty much what I'm playing it Deus-ex whenever I'm playing it in 3D. Again, whenever I'm playing it normally, it's fine. The game runs smoothly, it runs beautifully. When I turn 3D on, there's hella ghosting. There's just black spots everywhere. The textures aren't there. It's just horrible, and you can tell that this game was built using the ATI drivers versus the NVIDIA drivers. Now, I know a lot of people out there, you guys are not into the whole 3D thing. The only reason I'm doing these comparisons is to show you that if this game can be run in 3D, full graphics, for example, right now I'm running at 1920 by 1080, full anti-aliasing, tessellation is on, DirectX 11 is on, everything is on, and I'm still getting, well, right there I just dropped to 38 frames per second. However, it's in 3D, so it's going to put double the strain on the video cards. Now these are 40 GTXs, they're powerful cards, and here this game is already putting it to almost to its knees. Not really, but it's still getting to that point to where, hey, you might want to start considering new cards, because Battlefield 3 is coming out. That's going to be an intense game, and it's going to have DirectX 11, it's going to have tessellation, and you can just imagine what the graphics are going to look on that. Turn 3D on, my 40 GTXs, my 3 of them are going to suffer. You got Skyrim, huge world coming up, and you're going to put 3D on, again, the 40 GTXs probably not going to handle that. Now the 580 GTXs are going to perform a little bit better, and the 590 GTXs are going to perform that much better. However, these are three 480 GTXs that I'm running at here, and they are overclocked along with a processor, a very strong processor that's overclocked as well. In my personal opinion, if you already have a 40 GTX or higher, I would go ahead and wait for the new Keplars that are coming out next year. I believe they come in Q1 2012. So I would, again, personally, wait for those cards to come out and not waste any more money on video cards until they come out. Now, if you're not thinking about going 3D, then you wouldn't need anything stronger than a 590 GTX for the time being. Heck, you don't even need anything stronger than a 480 GTX, because as you can clearly see on the right hand side, the non-3D version of it, we're running at 120 frames per second. Again, I turned VSync off, and since this is an ATI based game, this game is not going to run as smoothly as it will on an ATI card. Now if you are thinking about going 3D and you have a 40 GTX, then you could enjoy some 3D gameplay on a single monitor. For this game, if you have 3D surround on NVIDIA or ATI Infinity, then you're going to have to get some really powerful cards or wait for the new generation of cards to come out for these next generation games. The older games, Oblivion, things like that, you can run them smoothly, no problems, non-3D, 3D. You start adding these new games, Battlefield 3, Skyrim, Saints Row the Third. These games are huge worlds, and they demand a lot from your graphics cards. You add 3D to that mix, and it's going to take even that much more from your graphics card. You add 2 more monitors, 3D surround, and you're looking at a whole powerful system. You're looking at a system that's going to power a space shuttle. So I would just recommend for anyone out there that's thinking about going 3D right now, if you have a video card that does not support 3D, I would go ahead and wait to the beginning of 2012 when the new Keplars come out and buy your video cards then, because those cards are going to be a lot more powerful than your current generations and are going to run your next generation of games. If you are not planning on going 3D, then a 40 GTX 580 GTX, a 590 GTX is more than enough to run these games. Even the older versions of the 285s and things like that are more than enough to run these games. Granted that you won't be able to run DirectX 11 on those graphics cards either. If you want, you can wait for the Keplars. I highly recommend that you do wait for the Keplars that are coming out. I believe they're in the beginning of, I think it's February or March of 2012 that they come out. That's the quote-unquote scheduled time that NVIDIA has posted for those cards to come out. One last thing I want to say before the end of this video is NVIDIA is coming out with a 3D Vision 2, and that should be coming out here real soon. It's going to make the images brighter, it's going to make a wider angle because they're making new 27-inch monitors that are 3D capable. Alright guys, well this is coming up to the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Also, there's a link below for our Facebook page. Make sure you go to that page and like us there and follow us on Facebook. As always, we appreciate you stopping by to check out our videos. Again, don't forget to click that little like button below. It helps us out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe as well for future giveaways and sweepstakes. Alright, once again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is DeA7hW1Sh signing out. Peace.
Step away from the console. Now! Help me! Son of a bitch! Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.